ओके, द कैलकुलेशन ऑफ कोरिलेशन, अगर यहाँ पे हम बात कर रहे हैं अगेन, तो दैट कोरिलेशन will come from the covariance of a portfolio. Like if we are using two assets in a portfolio, covariance of assets divided by the standard deviations. So in another way, we can write a formula of covariance in like this: if we multiply standard deviation with our correlation, so that is a formula of calculating a covariance. So right now the objective is to understand the correlation, how that correlation will help you to find out the optimum level of portfolio. So finding a optimum level of portfolio, here the important thing is, if we are going to find out or we are going to develop a new portfolio where we have a combination of assets, then the correlation should be, the ideal correlation should be in that range. If we have a different assets, or the assets are having correlation like -1, 0.5, or even 0, then in that case we might have optimum level of portfolio. But if portfolios are having a correlation near around 1, then we would not be able to find out the efficient portfolio. The reason is actually the ultimate objective of portfolio is risk aversion, and that risk aversion, because an investor is not a risk taker, investor is a risk averser. If investor is a risk averser, then investor will try to invest money into those portfolio, the portfolios are having less risky. So what are those portfolios? Those portfolios are having correlation in that range. Like if we have a correlation, negative correlation, or in generally, if I would say, if we have a minimum or less correlation in between the assets, then we would be able to create a portfolio of less risky. So to find out the optimum level of portfolio, we should have a correlation in between 0.5, -1, or even zero point 0.5, but we should not have a correlation near around 1. In that way, we would not be able to create optimal level of portfolio that can give a better results to the investor. And next is, this is a simple calculation. Okay, now remember, as we know, this is a part of our portfolio standard deviation calculations as well. If you remember, this part is here. In case if we are calculating variance of standard deviation, or if we take a square root of that equation, that will be our standard deviation, is written there. If we replace that portion with covariance, even we will get same results. In some cases, it's possible even in a question, if standard deviation is there but we don't know the correlation. If correlation is missing but we know the covariance, then we can directly add the covariance in replacement of that value to calculate a portfolio standard deviation. So in case if we are going to calculate the portfolio standard deviation, and correlation is missing but covariance is there, then we can replace that that product of correlation and standard deviations in a portfolio standard deviations. Mm, Next important thing is there, like now we are talking about the use of correlation. Now remember this formula where there is a use of correlation. If there is a one correlation, if the value of correlation is 1 in a question, the value of correlation is perfect 1, is equal to 1, then what will be the effect on the portfolio standard deviation? If that value is 1, now we can see that that formula looks like a square plus b square plus 2ab. Am I right? If you got to know, the formula will look like this. Now it look like this because that is our a. If we see, that is our a here, this part portion. So this is our a, and this is our b, and this is our 2ab. Then we can rewrite the formula like a plus b whole square. If you remember a little bit mathematics here, then the formula would be like this. In the same way, we have a square root of it as well, and the square root or square will cancel. Now we will just get a plus b. So here a is this one and b is this. B is this. So in that way, if correlation is 1, our portfolio standard deviation formula would be very simple. Just taking a weight and product of standard deviation of two assets, we will get a portfolio standard deviation or a variance in case if we have a 1 correlation. Or in case if we have a 0 correlation, then you know the whole thing. Okay, then we'll see. If there is 0, correlation is 0, then the whole part of this would be 0. In that case, our correlation will be calculated through that part. So do remember, in a way, when you are dealing with correlations. Okay, now remember, here we have a question. I'm going to repeat it. Consider two risky assets that have a return variance of 0.0625 and 0.0324 respectively, and assets standard deviation of returns are 25% and 18% respectively. Calculate the variances and standard deviations of portfolio returns for an equal weighted portfolio. Equal weighted portfolio means we have a 50-50 portfolios and two assets when their correlation of return is 1.50 and minus 0.5. Now in that way we will calculate standard deviation and we will see the effect of correlations. In case if we have, that is the formula, I have already mentioned it. Now see, if that is 1, it means our formula would be weight 1 multiplied by standard deviation 1 square. Even square will cancel with the square root. The product of weight multiplied by standard deviation 1, then weight 2 multiplied by standard deviation 2. You can see that formula here. Very simple. In case if we have 1 correlation. And in case if we have zero point 0.5 correlation, then we will repeat the same formula. Then there is no effect on the equation, then we will repeat a same formula. Uh, the formula would be changed in case if there is 0 correlation. In case of 0 correlation, that portion will be 0 only. Then we will consider this part and we will apply it including the square root. We will get a multiple correlation, multiple standard deviations if the correlation is different. But do remember, if we have a negative correlation or less correlation, then we can get optimum level of portfolios. And that optimum level of portfolio will also be discussed here. Just see. In case if we wanted to get a good portfolio, then there should be a curve of returns, like expected return curve should be more flexible. If the curve is like straight tangent, strictly tangent, then it means we will not be able to have a flexibility in the portfolio. Like there is no any risk mitigation in the portfolio. We have a tangent line. तो perfect correlation जब भी आपके पास आएगी, that perfect correlation will not give you the options. Like if we draw an ideal form of curve expected return against the standard deviation, तो curve हमारे पास would be like in that form. अगर कर्व हमारे पास इस शेप में आएगी द मोर फ्लेक्सिबल, तो इस केस के अंदर हम अपना ऑप्टिमल लेवल ऑफ पोर्टफोलियो डिफाइन कर सकते हैं, और दैट कर्व विल कम थ्रू द come through the correlation calculation, or at the time when we are going to add our new assets or new stocks into a one portfolio. And you remember portfolio हमारे पास एक ऐसा फंड है, वो फंड आप देखें, म्यूचुअल फंड्स भी हमारे पास है, हेज फंड्स भी हमारे पास हैं, ये इंश्योरेंस कंपनीज आप देख लें, रिटायरमेंट प्लान्स देख लें, ये बहुत सारे फाइनेंशियल प्लान्स अवेलेबल है हमारी मार्केट में, और ऑल दीज फाइनेंशियल प्लान्स आर बैक्ड बाय द फंड्स. Fund means the portfolio, or these portfolios are coming from the capital market or from the capital market. And in capital market we have fixed income securities and equity securities. So basically fixed income securities and equity securities are there. Now if we have a more flexible curve, like we have a variation in the return, so if there is a variation in the return, when we will see that the correlation is negative, correlation like low. If there is no variation in the return of two assets, then we will get a straight line. So that straight line will not give us a better optimal level of portfolio. So we should avoid this, and we should follow this spectrum. So that will come through the development of portfolio. At the time when you are going to add your portfolios, or you are going to add the assets in a portfolio, तो आपने वहाँ पे ये कैलकुलेशंस करनी है एसेट्स की कि इनकी कोरिलेशन की वैल्यूज क्या आ रही है. तो लाइक इफ वी हैव अ स्कैटर्ड रिटर्न, तो स्कैटर्ड रिटर्न हमेशा हमें बेनिफिट्स देंगे, और वी कैन गेट द आइडियल कर्व लाइक दिस. But if we don't have a scattered return, or we have like these sort of return, it means there is a positive or high correlation. Or positive or high correlation, if we get straight line, then we would not be able to develop our new portfolio that can provide a less risk for a given level of return. तो ये जरा थोड़ा सा प्रॉब्लम होगा हमारी. Okay, now we will start our next discussion to follow this, how that correlation will help us to find out the efficient frontier. Next हम अभी discuss करते हैं what is efficient frontier and all that, but before that we will go for the calculation. हम एक short सी यहाँ पे calculations की तरफ जाएंगे, कैसे हम अपने portfolio का return calculate कर सकते हैं. Then we will move to our next efficient frontier curve. Now remember, just read that question. It's the portfolio. The two portfolios are there, like portfolio X and Y. And portfolio X is having 60% contribution. Uh, Portfolio X is having 60% contribution, and portfolio Y is having 40% contribution. X has expected return of 12% along with the standard deviation of 16%. Y has expected return of 20% along with the standard deviation of 30%. And the correlation in between of these two stocks is 0.5. Now what we need to do, what is the expected return and risk of a portfolio? Now remember that formula, calculation of expected return, weight multiplied by return. Very simple. I have done it. Weight multiplied by the return plus weight multiplied by the return 2 of asset sector, asset 2. Now calculating a standard deviation, you remember the formula, weight 1, standard deviation of asset 1. whole square bracket close plus weight 2 standard deviation 2 whole square plus 2 into weight of stock 1, weight of stock 2, standard deviation of stock 1, stock 2, and correlation bracket close whole square root. Square root means 0.5. मैंने 0.5 किया तो that is our calculation. तो आप इसको मैनुअली भी कर सकते हैं, लाइक अभी तो आप लोगों के एग्जाम जो हैं वो पोस्टपोन्ड हो गए हैं, बट इन केस इफ यू हैव अ exercise question you can do it manually or using Excel as well.